Okay, let's get this started. It's going to take a minute for everybody to file in. Hopefully everybody's doing good this night. Ready for the weekend. Another hot one tonight. So, I think it was in the high, hey Joseph, it was in the high 90s today. It was in the high 90s. Fortunately, it's going to cool down the next couple days. We're only going to be in the 80s. So, that's the good part. We had a couple hot days where it was like close to 100. It was actually 100 yesterday. Yeah, we got a little warm. A little bit warm here today. So, it's still hot. I don't know. Eventually it'll cool down. But anyways, so I'm just chilling. Really? It's gonna cool down here. I think it was like said 80s, 85, something like that. It was like 95. It was like 99 yesterday. So we got a little bit of taste of the hot. So hopefully it won't be too bad. So hopefully everybody's been doing good this week. Yeah. No, I stayed inside. I stayed inside today. Stayed out of the heat, and I sent away for some Domino's tonight. Got a pepperoni and olive. And these are the mediums. They're not running their large specials anymore. Sausage and mushroom. Yeah. I just put my Chick-fil-A review out if you want to check that one out. And this one's bacon and pineapple. The forbidden pizza. Maybe that's what I should have titled this one. I don't know. Yeah, I did do the I just put out the Chick-fil-A earlier today. I had their pretzel club, the potato chips, and then their cherry berry Sunjoy drink that they've got. So anyways, yeah, I tried that one out. They do have the chips, and as far as I know, it's only available at the restaurant. I don't know if they're going to have it in the stores or at 7-Eleven or anything like that. But you can check it out. Get the chips and also the pretzel chicken club. That was actually not too bad because I liked it with the Dijon mustard. Of course, you could put whatever you want on it. So anyways. A little bit of pizza. This one's just pepperoni and olive. I think I have ranch. The other one was sausage and mushroom and ham, bacon and pineapple. And actually, I got another deal. I got the Parmesan bites for $2.99. So, and these are medium size, so there's not as much to them. Pretty good. Always running a deal, I guess. So, hopefully you guys had a good week. It wasn't too terribly hot for you guys. I've been seeing a few things online, pre-ordering some of them. No, this is my police. This is my police police hat. I'm pizza police, I guess. The hat of the night. Actually, I was a security guard like 30 years ago. um, that was no fun. They put me in some crazy stuff, I'm telling you. Some of them were not very good, not very good locations. And it was in Arizona. And it was like 100 degrees out. So it wasn't fun. Although the one was cool, I did have a little golf cart that I got to drive around in. So it wasn't too bad. I was security at a office complex. And I had to like check to make sure people weren't parking in the wrong spots, or there's actually a duck pond in the middle of this office complex, and a lot of people thought it was like an actual park because it was a duck pond, but technically it was private property, so people would all come through there, walk their dogs, and do the stuff, and I kept having to tell them, can't come on here. It's not a park. It's a private property. And they didn't want to understand. They just wanted to, hey, I want to go through the duck pond. I want to feed the ducks. It's like, well, you can't do that. But again, that's what is it, like 35 years ago. So I don't even know if the place is probably not even there anymore. Anyway, so let's see what else. Trying to think. I've been hearing bits and pieces about new stuff coming out. Some stuff is on pre-order. I was gonna get something, but they wanted $35 for a case, and I was like, I'll wait till it comes to the store. I didn't want to pay $35 plus shipping. I will wait. I don't know why they want to charge so much for some of those things. I'm telling you, man. Crazy shipping costs. So, Tazzy is knocked out tonight. He's on the floor. I think he's been hot today. And he got fed earlier, so he's good. I think he's just, he's chilling on the cool floor. I don't think he was very comfortable tonight. With it being so hot. We're up close to 100, so wasn't very good for him. I make sure that he's got water, make sure that he's got food. Make sure he stays cool. So, but he's been pretty good lately, though. Although, when he gets hungry, though, gotta feed him, or he'll pitch a fit. So, anyway, let's see what else. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it already, I did put up a new poll. Thought it was kind of an interesting one. It's, what do you call a beverage, a carbonated beverage where you're from? I know different places call it different things. They call it soda, pop, Coke, um, soda pop, I don't know, or they call it by name brand. A lot of people call it pop, some people call it soda, some people call it cola. Some people refer to it by the name brand Coke or Pepsi or whatever. It just depends. Also, it depends on the flavor. A lot of times I'll say, hey, I'm gonna go and pick me up some pop, or pick me up some cola, or pick me up some soda. Or I'm gonna get a I am going to get a liter of cola. Bonus points if you know what that's from. I'm gonna see if that. I love to see them do. I know they did a. Hey, mind. Hey, how's it going? I want to see if they're actually going to do a sequel. They did Super Troopers 2, but wasn't as good as the first one. I haven't seen too much from that particularly comedy group lately. I know they were big for a while. Broken Lizard was at Beer Fest, and Club Dead. They had a couple other ones. They did Super Troopers. A couple other ones too. I can't remember them. But they haven't seen too many of those lately. New ones anyways. But the original one was the best. I love the part where he pulled the guy over and did the whole cat routine. He's saying, I like to see your license, meow. Yes, right, meow. Got him how many times he could make him say meow. All right, so this one's sausage and mushroom, and I think this is Parmesan. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, what was the newest one I just watched? Finally got to see some of the newer Star Trek Strange New Worlds, a new episode of that one. Still watching Ring of Power. And I was trying to see some of the other newer shows, newer movies out. Waiting for something good. So, trying to get into different series. What was I watching? The one I have to go back and watch some more. Nautilus. It's a new one. Take off on the Captain Nemo and the submarine and all that. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff now online, and I don't know what's true and what's not true. They're talking about doing sequels to stuff, but then I'm like, I don't think that's going to be right. They're talking about making a second part to some of these movies. I don't think so. They were talking about making another one from Stranger Brew, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think that was like an AI generated thing, so I'm not sure. A lot of times they have these ideas for movies, and it's like, okay, it's not real, but it would be cool if it was. Because the original Strange Brew is really funny. I know. He just came out of retirement to do Spaceballs 2, so that's going to be interesting. And I just saw, oh no, the plot thickens. It keeps getting better and better. Oh my God, I don't know who's doing this or why they're doing this, but I saw more updates on the new Highlander reboot. They have Henry Cavill is going to be Connor. Ramirez is Banderas. Or no, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is going to be Ramirez. Batista is going to be the Kurgan. They got some other girl that's going to play a main part in it. They didn't really say who it was. And now they just hired on Karen Gilliam to play Heather, Connor's wife, when he was in the Scottish Highlands. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know. You know, she's been in Doctor Who. She was in Guardian of the Galaxy. A couple other shows too. But they just signed her on. So now that's another one for the cast. And I don't know. It's kind of shaping up, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling it's not going to be very good. I think it's going to tank. But maybe it will, maybe they won't. They are still filming it, so might take another year before finished product. So we will see. And he's like doing double duty. I heard he's doing Voltron, a live action Voltron. So yeah, I don't know. Guy's in everything lately. Kind of like they used to do with The Rock. The Rock. Hey, we'll put The Rock in a movie. Okay, put him in another movie. But the script sucks, so we'll do Rampage anymore. Anyways, we'll do San Andreas. We'll do what were the other ones he did? Walking Tall was alright. Trying to remember some of the other ones he did. Tooth Fairy. That was kind of a tongue-in-cheek. What else? He did a whole bunch of other Red Santa or Red One, the Santa Claus spoof. That was kind of lame. Yeah, I don't know. Lately, they've been putting him in stuff, and some of them are okay. Some of them are like, eh. And I think he did it for the money. More than likely. G.I. Joe, that was another one he did. And then he was in the Fast and the Furious, couple of them. So, yeah, he's been in a few. Whenever they need a new action star, guess they'll cast him in some of that stuff. He's still pretty viable. So he's been in a lot of stuff lately. I don't know. That's good. So let's see what else. I don't know if you guys have been out and seen all the new stuff. A lot of new things are coming out. I saw in the stores. It's going to take a little while for them to get to me because they're always slow, but eventually they will. New different flavors of sodas, new different chips. Been waiting to see. They got some new Lay's flavors that I want to find. Apparently have come out. Seems like they're always putting out a new Lay's flavor. I think they have a new Pringles flavor. Trying to remember a lot of other stuff. Some of them, though, are exclusive to certain chains. I remember that. So, hopefully, some of them will be out. And trying to keep an eye on everything that's out there. far as what gets released. And so, like I said, I went to Chick-fil-A, tried their chips and tried their new pretzel sandwich. That was actually pretty good. Hey Matt, how's it going? So yeah, it was different. Although I think they kind of skipped. I don't think the bottom was pretzel. I think the bottom was just regular. But I don't know, maybe. Not sure. It was actually a good sandwich with the Dijon mustard. So yeah, I got some stuff from Domino's. Yeah, I went to McDonald's the other day and they were out of their McDonaldland meal. Not that I was crushed. I saw something about that. Isn't that like a cartoon? I think, if I remember right. I've been trying to keep up on some of the, oh yeah, animation. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I saw about it. I didn't watch it. What did I watch? Been watching Rings of Power and one of the new Star Trek episode. There was a couple other things that I wanted to get into and I was looking for. Try and find. All right, and this one is Forbidden Pizza. It's bacon and pineapple. Strange New Worlds is a new series. It's the Enterprise when Pike was in command. It was like a prequel to the whole Kirk. Although Kirk is in it, so it's about Spock and Pike, and Kirk's sort of in it, and it's about, I guess, kind of starting out. The Voyages. Of the Starship Enterprise. Yeah, I like DS9. A little bit different. There were some good, there were some bad. It's a whole different premise. It got really intense towards the end. They got into the whole, the war and the space battles and all that. So it was very action-packed at the end. Started out slow. The first, 2 seasons were kind of eh. Strange New Worlds is kind of like, I don't know, it's hit and miss. Sometimes they get a good episode, sometimes they kind of do a flashback to some of the other stuff. Sometimes they have a really good episode, sometimes some of them are pretty lame. So, waiting to see. And they're only going to do another. I'm more of a original, the original series one. I don't know. It was campy. Kirk was overacting. The special effects were cheesy. Although the Next Generation had some good storylines, so that's the one good thing. But I don't know. I guess I'm kind of more into the old classic Trek, and that's kind of what this Strange New Worlds kind of is going for. They're going into the old nostalgia, but with a little bit of a twist. Although they've kind of been incorporating a little bit of everything. They did one the other day that incorporated the original Star Trek and the Next Gen and this one. So it was kind of cool. It was interesting. One of those surprises you didn't see coming. Because they had characters from the original one. They had a character from the new Next Gen, although they never really said the names of them. But you pretty much knew. So it's kind of like a big surprise. I don't want to spoil it for too many people, but all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute. They did that? They brought him in? Really? And then you're kind of like, wait a minute, that like totally screws everything up. Hey, Paul. Yeah, so you can check those out. I think that Paramount or one of your streaming services now. And I think they're still working on some new series. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not, but so yeah, I was watching that one. Unfortunately, they're only gonna have a couple more episodes, and then they're gonna be off for about another year, and then they only have one more season after that. So apparently it's only going to run for 5 seasons. So, and they're in the 3rd season, and they're filming the 4th. No, I cannot get into the whole Dexter. I heard that something about the new Dexter got canceled after 1 season. I never watched it. I never watched the new version. I never watched the old version. And I didn't watch Wednesday. Even though I got the meal. The meal of misfortune. Oh yeah, I know another thing I watched too. They put the first episode. Yeah. They just put the first episode of the new season of Peacemaker with John Cena. That was a spin-off series from Suicide Squad. They're into the 2nd season. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing. He's a superhero, but not really. And because they had the last season, and now they're putting out the 2nd. Yeah, it was okay. I guess I'm more of a fan of the original Superman from the 70s. Yeah, they always throw a little bit of that in there. But I don't know what they're doing with the new season. I might have to go back and rewatch it. Yeah, when he like threw the Supergirl around. That's setting up for a whole nother thing. I don't know. I'm not even sure what's next on the lineup for that. They're going to do a Spider-Man or Superman or Flash or Batman or anything like that. I don't know what's next up, or Avengers or anything like that. Iron Man. I don't know. I watched the new Fantastic Four. It was okay. More into the original, the other one from years ago. Not the remake from a few years ago, but the original The original one, the Silver Surfer, was terrible. But yeah, wait to see what they got on tap for stuff. So we'll find out. All right. So, I did get this one today. This is an old can, but I've heard they're coming out with new ones. I just got some Fanta. Don't you want a Fanta? But I heard they're going to be doing Halloween cans now. A Chucky fruit punch, and a Michael Myers pineapple, and a Jason one. Different themed cans from Fanta in different flavors. So this one's just plain orange. But apparently they're going to have, yeah, Chucky fruit punch and Michael Myers, and I think Jason, and I think there was another one, I can't remember. They're going to be coming out in, I think, bottles and in cans too for Halloween time. Apparently only through November. So that's what I've heard. What else? Trying to remember if a lot of different ones. I've been looking for some of the unusual drinks. I've heard that they've got different stuff out there. Been kind of craving the orange, because the other day I went to McDonald's. I got the meal and I got the orange from McDonald's. So haven't had a real orange soda for a little while. Kind of cool. Always like, it's funny too, because when you go to McDonald's, you get either High C or Fanta. And High C is a little bit different. I don't know, everybody's a little different when it comes to what particular orange soda you like. I know I did the orange soda wars where it was the 3 popular brands. Oh, thanks, Harold. Yeah, always trying to find some classic candies, classic stuff like that. It's getting tougher and tougher to find them, but I have been finding them. I've been looking online. Got a lot of cool stuff. Actually, I ordered some stuff that's going to be on the way. Not really classic, but some different stuff. Always looking online for strange stuff. And yeah. All right, Tazzy's okay. Tazzy went to bed. Yeah, it was warm here today, so still a little bit warm. Still trying to cool down. We were almost up in 100, so hopefully tomorrow will not be as hot. It's supposed to be a little less, only into the like high 80s. So that's gonna be the good part. So what else? Yeah. I need to get some tea or something like that, I think. Stock up on Gatorade or something, because it is going to be hot here. I've been trying to keep up with lots of ice and keeping it cool. Need to go get some more ice cream, I think, or popsicles or something. So hopefully you guys have been having a good week, I guess, ready for the weekend. Now, some of you guys, I don't think you were here the other day. Some of you might have been. I went to a website called DOLS. This one's DOLS. They do custom work, a lot of stuff, and then I what I did is I ordered this. It's really hard to see, but you kind of can. This one is a dice, and on the inside, it's really tough to see, but it is the logo on the inside in there. Can't really see it real good, but because it's all distorted, but I did get the logo on the inside of the dice. It was a custom order. You could basically put any kind of picture you wanted. Just had to do custom dice from them. They have other things too, like shirts and mugs and all kinds of knickknacks, blankets, whatever. So there's kind of cool. I think what I'm trying to remember, their newest promotion was something about excuse me. I think it was a blanket or something. I don't remember, but you could check them out. Oh, tonight. Thirsty tonight. Sorry, guys. I think it's just been super hot. That's why. So let's see what else. Trying to see if there's anything interesting coming out. I haven't heard too much. I heard Burger King's going to have a new Whopper in a couple days. Nothing real exciting there. And I think trying to think if anybody else is having anything new. Surprisingly, I went the other day. That must have been like a real limited item. I went to KFC the other day, and they no longer have their pickles, and that was like a really limited time, I guess. It was never really on the menu, so that was unfortunate. I got to try them a couple times before they went away. Hey Dingle, how's it going? So yeah, yeah, it's a kind of hit and miss with them. Oh, and I heard a new thing about Popeyes is now revamped their chicken wings, I guess. It's supposed to be a little bit different, new and improved. So we'll see about that. I don't know if they still have their dippers. I'm not sure. I don't go to Popeyes all that often, just because I'm gonna it's a hit and miss with them. I never even heard of Cheddar's. Nope. No cheddar. We don't even have that. Nah, see, no, we don't have that. We don't have a Cracker Barrel. We don't have any of that. We do have like a country kind of kitchen thing that's only open for like breakfast and lunch. They got ones called Jim's Country Kitchen, and then they've got another one up here called Brick Cafe that they do like breakfast and lunch, but I haven't been there, and I think they're only open like till like mid-afternoon. It's one of those breakfast and lunch places. No, they have other pizza places. I did that one the other day, the Pizza Paradise, and we don't have it's just called the Brick Cafe. It's not like literally a brick oven. They do like breakfast and lunch things, eggs and all the breakfast stuff, and then I think they do lunch like with sandwiches and stuff like that. And they were doing dinner, but I don't think they're doing dinner anymore. I honestly don't know if they have chicken and waffles. I haven't looked at the menu. I've never really been there. It's actually been several different things. They've gone through their ownerships quite a few different times, but I don't know. I've heard bits and pieces, and I've heard stuff that was good and bad. Well, they have apparently they have it over at KFC, but I don't know if they have chicken and waffles. I really don't know. I haven't looked at their menu, and from what I understand, though, it's a little bit pricey for their menu too. And I think they only do cash too. I don't think they have a card. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out one day. Maybe I don't know. A lot of other places that a little more interesting. I was just somewhere that had it. I think it was KFC, and someone else had it. I'm trying to remember who. I know I was. I know. Was it Jack in the Box had it? Chicken and waffles. I know that, and I don't know too many other ones. But I'm not a real big chicken and waffles fan per se. It's okay, but I'm not gonna go out of my way for chicken and waffles. I think ever since I did that cereal, that was bad. Did not care for the chicken and waffle cereal. That's a bad idea. Well, it's okay, but like I said, I'm good with. Although I did have the hot honey chicken, that was kind of okay. I don't know, waffles are okay, but yeah, I don't know. I think. Yeah, I did, a couple years ago I did two. It was chicken and waffle cereal, and then the other one was maple bacon donut cereal, and they were not good. They did it. I remember they put them out for National Cereal Day. I'm having let's see, bacon pineapple, sausage and mushroom, and pepperoni and olive. That's what I'm having tonight. And I got it from Domino's. Yeah, I don't doubt that. It sounded different, but when you put bacon and milk together, or you put chicken and milk together, no. I mean, I could see the bacon. I could see the waffles and milk. I could see the donuts and milk. But you put chicken, you put bacon. It does not go with milk. Yeah, but when you add it to milk, no. It was like having that Sour Patch Kids cereal. When you put the milk with the Sour Patch Kids, that didn't work. And I know they did the ice cream too. No. I had about 4 or 5 pieces, 5, 6 pieces, so I'm good for a little while. Actually, I got the they had a special for the Parmesan bites for $2.99, so I still got those as well. Got some Parmesan bites. They were having a thing when you check out, it's like, would you like to add Parmesan bites for $2.99? I'm like, yeah, sure, no, not. And I got their special, what was it, $7.99 for a medium 2 topping. So that was actually pretty good. Yeah, this one's I hadn't done this one for a little while. I had to dust it off. So let's see what else. Trying to think if there's any new or interesting stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking. Well, this is apparently it's the English police officer cap. That's why it's like PC. It says police constable. This is more along the lines of the British policeman's hat, because they had the checkerboard kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. I was trying to find that. I have to go back and watch that one. They had the one called with Rowan Atkinson, The Thin Blue Line, where he was like a police officer, but it was a comedy. Oh God, British accent. I don't know. Yeah, they actually, believe it or not, they had three movies from Johnny English. I didn't know that. Rowan Atkinson, yeah, Mr. Bean, Johnny English. Then he did the one called The Thin Blue Line. He did a Mr. Bean cartoon. He was actually in one of the James Bond movies, but it wasn't really a James Bond movie. A couple other ones too. Hey Ryan. It is just Parmesan bites dough with a little bit of the Parmesan cheese and butter. Little bites. They're not bad. Like bread dough. Yeah, technically it's not canon though. Never Say Never was a remake of Thunderball, and it wasn't an official James Bond movie because it was Sean Connery. He came back. He did a kind of James Bond-ish thing. It wasn't part of the real canon. Because I think when they actually opened it up, it said it was a yes and no. If you start at Casino Royale with California Pizza Kitchen with Daniel Craig, that's different. But if you started with Casino Royale with some of the other ones, that's a whole different one. I guess you might want to start off with Dr. No and Sean Connery. Go through all his films and then work your way from there. Casino Royale is kind of weird because it was redone. They had a spoof one. Well, no, there's a whole lot of different. It was Connery, then it was Lazenby, and then it was Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, It was Timothy Dalton, then what is it? I'm trying to blank down. Yeah, no, it was Timothy Dalton, and then they had the other guy, Pierce Brosnan, and then Daniel Craig, and now they're gonna be putting another one in, but they haven't particularly picked someone yet. So yeah, they kind of evolved as they went, and they had a spoof one. They had Woody Allen, they had David Niven. They weren't really real part of the tale though. So yeah, it's different though. I don't know if you're into. You have to kind of get into it. The old ones are real hokey. Ones with Roger Moore and Timothy Dalton were kind of Not sure why they chose Roger Moore, but I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that's been around for a while, but they're still looking for a new guy, I guess. I don't know if they what they're gonna do, how they're gonna reboot it. Yeah, believe it or not, I saw I saw a lot of those from the in the movie theaters. The old Roger Moore, a lot of the Roger Moores. Didn't watch some of them though. I'm trying to remember. There was some. Trying to think if there was some of the ones I didn't watch. The later ones, the last couple of ones. Was it No Time to Die? What was the other ones? I'm trying to remember some of the other. Can't even remember. Spectre. Quantum of Solace. I don't even think I saw that in the theater. I don't remember. Kind of hard to remember some of them. Been a while since I saw them. Oh. No. Sounds like a plot line. I don't know. Never heard of that one. I have to go back and I'll have to go back and see some of them. I've heard of the one about the dingo ate my baby. I've heard of that. The dingo ate me baby. Yep. Really? I don't know. Who is that guy? What was I was watching? I think I watched a couple of the episodes that they were on there. Best bits of them. Yeah. These pretzels are making me thirsty. A lot of classic quotes from that one. If you ever watched the show Curb Your Enthusiasm, that's the guy. Larry David was the one that did Seinfeld as well. It was kind of a parallel of Seinfeld. A lot of classic stuff on that one. Yeah, and they recently just ended it too. and not gonna spoil it too much, but they actually kind of threw the whole Seinfeld thing in at the end. Yeah. Was it Bubble Boy? He died in a fire, you know. George ran while everything was on file, and poor Bubble Boy didn't make it. Yikes. Yeah, Richard Lewis, yeah, recently. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a couple people that passed away from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Funkhauser, Super Dave. I always remember the Super Dave. Super Dave Osborne. Okay, no problem. Yeah, so every once in a while, to go back and watch some of those. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that some of them aren't around anymore. Was I just watching the one at Lewis, Robin Hood Men in Tights? He was in there. I have a mole. Okay, you guys can blow. Yeah, I actually saw him on the last couple episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was not looking good. So, yeah, it differently from what he used to be. Yeah, and like I said tonight, just having some pizza, kind of chilling, drinking some Fanta. Fanta, don't you want the Fanta? I don't know, I was just kind of craving the orange thing. Oh, green tea? Well, that could pump you up. Yeah, just haven't I kind of got burnt out on all the this doesn't have any caffeine as far as I know. No juice. Caffeine free. Fanta does not have caffeine. There you go. No hopping up on caffeine. Although I kind of got burnt out because I've been drinking all these A&W cream soda, ice cream soda things, getting a little hopped up on those. So yeah, kind of wanted to give that one a little break. Switch it up a little bit. Didn't want to do energy drink tonight. What? What's only online? Oh, you mean the A&W cream sodas? I Ice cream sundae. I saw them in my grocery store. Yeah, actually, I did a review of that one. I finally finished my case off of the Jolt Cola reissue, I guess. And I also heard now, coming out in a little while, they're going to be doing Jolt Cola root beer. Yeah, you can go online and get Jolt Cola from Amazon. That's where I got it. Yeah, Jolt Cola root beer version. It's the same Redcon 1, same producers of the Jolt original cola. They're going to do a root beer version. So Jolt root beer. I don't know when it's actually coming out, but I just saw something about it will be coming out soon. But this one's cream soda, so it's ice cream sundae cream soda. Not really root beer, more of a cream soda. So try that. And then I also have the zero sugar if you're not into the super sugars. Yeah, it does. It's a cream soda, but it's like got vanilla and ice cream-ish kind of thing. I haven't heard too much more about new jerkies. Yeah, actually, that'd go good with the ice cream. Make it an ice cream sundae float. Check that one out. I need to get some vanilla ice cream, and then I can put it on a ice cream sundae float. So, yeah, I don't know. That'd be good. They got a lot of stuff. Root beer, Coke, cream soda. Orange even goes good with vanilla ice cream. Make yourself a float. Although A&W, I don't know. For some reason, I tend to like A&W. I just went to my A&W KFC. I got some old-fashioned root beer. Still, I don't know, they're still the best. Occasionally you can get root beer some places. Not everybody has them. I know McDonald's doesn't carry root beer. I think Burger King has it. I don't know, some of the other ones just don't have a root beer per se. It's tough to find sometimes. But A&W's got great root beer on tap. So I'll have to go there every once in a while. And they do have seasonal stuff too. Although, apparently, I've been watching people that are going to the A&W in Canada, which is a little bit different menu. They've got other items we don't have here. So, although you can make your own poutine, I've done it. Because my A&W is KFC A&W. So you can get the cheese curds, you can get the fries, you can get the gravy, you can put them all together. Yeah, like I said, you could basically make your own. If you've got a place that has cheese curds and you have gravy and fries. Yeah, that's my KFC is KFC A&W kind of split. They don't get everything that A&W does, but they get pretty much everything. The cheese curds, the hot dogs, the root beer. I go there every once in a while. Although, you know, KFC has got everything. And unfortunately, that's the only KFC A&W near me. I think we have another, just plain KFC. Yeah, well, sometimes it's worth it though. They get every once in a while they get some good stuff. Yeah, that was I actually I had some from there the other day, and I was like, oh man, ice cold root beer, fresh from there. Yeah, they get like classic. Although I tried the new stuff, but I don't know, just the root beer is good. But yeah, they have the unique stuff there. I don't know. Some of them are okay, but yeah, I don't know. They're kind of iffy though lately on their menu. That's the only trouble that I have with them. When I go to my A&W, if I use the app for KFC, you can't order A&W items on the KFC app. And there's no A&W app, so you can order KFC through the app. Otherwise, you have to either go in or order at the drive-thru. I don't know why. But that's the way it is. I remember they used to have in my mall, they had a sit down A&W restaurant, strictly A&W. That's been many years since they were there. I don't know, you could make your own burger, salad bar, everything. But that was gone many years ago. Yeah, it's been many years. But every once in a while, yeah, I'll head on over there. The thing is, it's all the way across town, so. Believe it or not, I just watched something. I just watched something someone was talking about. There is only one Fuddruckers left in California. Believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, they sold it. We used to have one near me, and apparently they closed it down a while ago. I didn't even know about it. I don't go over there much. But yeah, apparently there's only one location left in California. It's about 20 miles away from me. I don't know that I'm ever gonna go there. I think maybe they got stuck. They got stuck in Costco. Stuck ordering the big ass fries. Who knows? Maybe it was not sure that was the owner. I don't know if they had Brondo there though. Because apparently it's what plants crave. Brondo. Oh, happy advanced birthday. Yeah, you know, I don't even go to Costco. I'm not a member. I'm not gonna pay, what is it, up to like $65, $70 now for a membership, and it doesn't make sense just for one person. So okay, well, early birthdays to all of you guys. I got a little ways away from mine, so anyways. So yeah, what else? I have to go back. I watched that one not too long ago. Idiocracy. Trying to remember if there's any. I need to go back and watch a couple of movies that I haven't seen for a little while. Trying to keep an eye on stuff. Oh man, I'm thirsty tonight. Nah, mine's not till November, so I got a ways. Not going to be for quite a while. Although we're already into pumpkin spice season, so they're coming out in full force everywhere I turn now. There's more pumpkin spice. It's barely, it's not even September yet. And they're already into the pumpkin spice lattes and pumpkin spice stuff. I don't know. Crazy, man. Yeah, I didn't, what did I see? Some other weird thing with pumpkin spice. Stuff you wouldn't even want. I saw pumpkin spice cream cheese, pumpkin spice, everything. Lattes, drinks. Oh, I know the new one. Hershey's Nuggets pumpkin spice latte. If you've ever had the little Hershey Nuggets. And then they had like, yeah, dark chocolate and with almonds. They're the little nuggets. Now they're bringing out the Hershey's pumpkin spice latte nuggets. And the chocolate. So, yeah, that's gonna be the newest pumpkin spice invasion, I guess. I don't know why, but I'm not the biggest pumpkin spice fan. I think they do a way overkill. Every time I turn around, they've got something new. Drink. Riz, I don't know what that is. Nah, they got pumpkin spice everything now. I don't know that one. So let's see. I was trying to see if there's any new items. A lot of new home items I've been seeing in the grocery. Supposed to be coming out in the grocery stores. I'll keep an eye out for those. Chips. They're coming out with new chips. Okay. So let's see what else. Well, not too much else. I'm trying to keep up on everything that's been going on. You guys can check out my polls. I put a new poll out there. Also, I got the regular reviews coming up. But I'll be working on some more stuff for the weekend. Get that out of the way. Next week, I think I'm gonna see about. No. It's a poll where you can vote for your favorite. What do you call carbonated beverage? Do you call it pop? Do you call it soda? You call it Coke? You call it cola? Something else. Depends on where you are, I guess. Some people call it pop. Some people call it soda, Coke, Dr. Pepper. Well, if you have a carbonated beverage, not necessarily any particular flavor, what I was getting at is if you go to the store, if you're in a restaurant and you order something, it's fizzy. Do you call it, you call it fizzy drink, or do you call it pop, or do you call it soda, or do you call it cola? Fizzy water, I don't know. Some people call it everything. Fizzy bubbly? Maybe, yeah, I guess so. That would be another way to say it. Carbonated seltzer water, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much a lot of, I don't know, Midwest, that's what they call it, pop. But then some of the places like the South, they call it Coke because that's where, Coca-Cola's maybe out of Atlanta. That's why they call it a Coke. I'm gonna go get myself a Coke from the store. Or if you're gonna go get a pop, get a soda. Maybe. But yeah, it's all different slang though. Guess like I could maybe the next poll will be, what do you call your evening meal? You call it supper? Do you call it dinner? Just depends on, I guess, where you're at. Late night meal? Lupper? I don't know. Brunch? Breakfast? But everybody has different terms for some of those things. And I guess it depends on how you're brought up or where you're from. It's always different. I know in other countries they call it different things too. Fizzy bubbly. I don't know, I'd have to see what they call it like in England if it's I remember a liter of cola. Yes, I'll have a liter of cola, please. We're in Canada. We used a metric system. All right, see you, Ryan. Have a good one. It's a liter of cola, eh? Have yourself a liter of cola. And they always got different brands too. That's a whole nother thing. What's your favorite brand? I know there's a big controversy. Coke, Pepsi, RC. I think I've actually done that poll before. Coke, Pepsi, RC, generic store brand. Some people are tied. Usually, I think it's either mostly Coke and Pepsi. I think Coke tends to be the leader when it comes to colas. No, everybody else, they get in the Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, but that's a whole different thing. I'm just talking plain cola. And I know the big brands are Coke and Pepsi, and then they can get into The other offshoots, RC. There's the generic store brands, and there's I think there's Diet Right and Shasta. A couple of, there's some other ones out there. I just don't know. And they have the offshoots when you get on the generic one with the funky names. You know, when you go to like Walmart, and they had the Dr. Thunder, Skipper, Dr. Skipper, Mountain Lightning. I'm trying to remember some of the other kind of names that they had. Oh yeah, that's the Fizzy Boble. That's not real, technically. I think that was a spoof on that one called Orangina. So I don't know. But yeah, they got a lot of different strange brands. Yeah, it's not for me. Yeah, I haven't had Orangina for a little while. You can still find it. Yeah, Sunny D. I used to like Sunny D, but I don't know. Back when it was called Sunny Delight, still they went Sunny D. Such a stupid commercial. What do we got? We got purple stuff. We got soda. Oh, Sunny D. Yeah, give me the Sunny D. So dumb. It's like, okay, I want a Sunny D. Getting all excited over a drink. It's like going crazy over Tang. What do you got? I got Coca-Cola. I got Mountain Dew. Oh, look, I got Tang. Make me up a big glass of Tang, please. Telling you, man, Tang. No, they've still got Tang in different colors and flavors now, so not just the original in the in the container, but old school, man. When they used to have Hawaiian Punch in the glass bottle, and it was a concentrate. It was like a gel. I remember that. It wasn't crystals. It was like a little gel concentrate, and you had to dissolve it with water. Remember that? It was like a slurry. And then, of course, you had Tang in the little jar. And also, you had Lipton tea, instant iced tea. That was nasty. I think it had lemon too. Put a couple scoops of that freeze-dried iced tea. It's like, ugh. On there with the coffee. Folgers, Crystals, and Sanka. Dehydrated. Instant coffee. Stuff was not the best, I'm telling you. It's gross. Kool-Aid wasn't bad. When you mixed it with enough sugar, it was okay. But yeah, some of those other ones, not good. And Ovaltine. Yeah, that stuff was nasty. Never got into the Ovaltine. That was like too kind of gross looking. Had a funky vitamin-y flavor to it. I know I recently tried that one, and I didn't care for that vitamin-y mineral taste, I guess. And then Tang's real grainy. Even though you put enough water to dissolve it, you're still getting that tang, the Tang granules, I guess. Didn't care for that too much. So, let's see. Not too much else. Guys can stay tuned through the weekend. Trying to remember, there is a new video coming up at midnight. So you guys can check that one out. And then I gotta get jumping and get caught up on some of the newer stuff. I've got them done. I just got to get them downloaded and ready for you guys. And then next week, I'm trying to think. There's a couple other things, and I will be back on Tuesday night into Wednesday, so you can join me then as well. Hopefully, maybe I'll have some other items for you guys between now and then. Been trying to keep an eye on a lot of stuff. And okay, no problem. Yeah, is it soda? Is it pop? Probably not for quite a long time. No road trips in the future. Texas is a long ways. So I don't have that kind of travel expense money. So just have to work on what I got here. Although I know I wish they would have, you could do Buc-ee's online, that you could get stuff mail order, but they're not doing that. But that would be cool if they did. I know a lot of places will do that. But we will see. Maybe eventually they'll work on it. What did I see? I think it's somewhere in Southern California. They just opened up a Lotteria, which is interesting because that's the first United States Lotteria location. So maybe they'll bring it out this way soon. That would be cool. Because that's, Japan. That's a Japan kind of thing, but they brought one to the U.S., so we'll see how that goes. I would not mind trying Lotteria or Moss Burger or some of those other exclusive Japanese places. Cool. Well, there you go. Hopefully they'll get you some in and out. I don't know. Eventually. I guess they're still working on bringing those to locations. So, I don't know. I'll keep my eyes out for it. But for now, just work with what I got. So, let's see. Other than that, hope you guys are going to have a good weekend. Stay cool. It's going to be a little bit warm. Not as warm as it was the last couple days. But I'll try and stay cool. Try and keep everything nice and cool, and stock up on some teas and waters, and make lots of ice and keep it cool here. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on Tuesday with another live one. But in the meantime, you can watch all the daily downloads, take part of the poll, watch the different reviews that I've put out already. You want to check out the new Chick-fil-A thing, and you want to check out some of the other items as well, you could go do that. And other than that, hope your weekend goes well. Stay cool. I know I'm going to try and do it. So, okay, Dingle and everybody else that's in here, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being part of the channel, and I will see you guys Tuesday. And in the meantime, you can watch all the other stuff. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you soon. Have a great weekend.